Hey guys, Mopire here again. Alright, well, we've hit the new patch. A lot of nerfs, a lot of people pretty angry about the apprentice nerf, but I'm going to show you guys how to do a little bit with the Squire. Squire has been buffed. It's a little bit more acceptable now for tower build. The problem is harpoons and air units, but I'm going to show you how to do Nightmare Hardcore Spires on those Spires, just like I did on my Apprentice, but I'm going to show you how to do it with the Squire. If you're kind of pissed off with your Apprentice right now, you can pull this off with a Squire with halfway decent Nightmare stats. The set of gear I'm wearing now, even with um, a tower weapon and a tower genie, still only at 1200 damage. So if I was to put on my apprentice gear, it would be a lot higher. I think I have about 1500 damage on that one. Anyway, pretty much it depends on how you want to do this. If you're wanting to leave the Squire out, I would suggest trying to get some defenses as far as resistances go. If you're not wanting to do that, if you want to switch to another character, I wouldn't really worry about it too much. But with the Squire, you will have to repair a little bit, um, but not too bad. Can't quite AFK it as well as the Apprentice video I showed you. So Nightmare, Hardcore, and here we go. Alright. Now the nice thing about this is I have tested this without Guardians. The nice thing is, you can stand wherever you want as long as you repair in between the waves. You'll be all right. The main thing once it's all set up, especially solo, you shouldn't have to repair too much depending on your stats. The only thing you might have to repair are the auras. I do put snare auras down; they help quite a bit, but everyone tends to have an aura monk, so it's not really a problem. For this first wave, those bouncer blockades are just there to keep them from getting to the crystal until I get mana enough to start building what I actually use. So that's pretty much what this first wave is, and I would suggest using a Countess for a tower build. Their stats are exactly the same. The nice thing about the Countess is she moves way quicker, so that is pretty nice. She has less health, but she moves quicker. So, alright. We're going to do this like so. Alright, and I suggest running a genie. It'll help out a little bit on this first wave. And if your stats are kind of lacking, you might want to run the first like 3 waves with the genie and try to get everything upgraded and then switch. But I've done this with only upgrading a couple things. So as melee, you got to give it a sec to cool down before you can get mana again. So, alright. Let's see. Put these like this, much like the Deadly Strikers. And then I leave that how it is. I try to get as much mana as I can. Alright, there we go. See, that's the reason, with being in melee range, you're going to want to get some physical resistance. Now this is where a lot of people don't think about this, but you can put the bouncers here and they will take care of the air units. You don't have to worry about them missing like the harpoons. So that's what's nice about this map. Alright, this one, right out here, right out there, should be alright. Take that, put a slice and dice. I put a bouncer right here because that's where spiders spawn. Put a harpoon behind it to help kill the ogres. Same thing on the other side, but you don't need the bouncer. Alright. Now if you want, you can put up the snares during this build phase, but I don't worry about it. This first couple waves are pretty slow. So what I do here is I put 2 slice and dice right out about here. You don't want to get them any closer. You get them too close, when the ogres come up and smack the slice and dices, they will do splash damage onto the crystal. And then I put a wall right about there, flip it around. That's just to keep mobs from trying to get through, but the slice and dices will hit them. Okay, so that's it there. Alright, well, then let's see. I think that's it for this. I've been modifying it recently, so I did lose a bouncer. I don't use an extra bouncer, so you have some more defensive units to use up. So if you wanted to drop, electric aura to help out, you can. Tend to do on this first wave is, oh, I'm getting a little bit of lag. Try to upgrade these spinners a little bit. It's easier if you do it from behind. It's funny with the new buff to these. Seems like they attack faster. I don't know. I haven't used my Squire for much since Nightmare came out, just because their towers and stuff just really weren't that great. So, but now with the buff, it tends to be okay. You still have a problem with air units and harpoons. If you can't get them just perfect, they'll miss like crazy. But at least they attack a lot faster now. So it's not that big of an issue. Mainly, if you're playing solo, you can just upgrade this one and those. You won't get an ogre on that side. But if you play with like 3 people, I was playing this. I wanted to test it with 3 AFK guys once I got it set up. No guardians with the additional mobs and health and everything, and it held up just fine. I think I repaired the spinners, the slice and dice in between wave 7 and 8 from the ogres. And again, that's with 3 people, no guardian buffs. And then the auras were the only thing you have to watch out for. So, and sometimes it seems like this patch you get more mobs getting stuck. I've seen them stuck in the spawn up here, but mostly you'll get them stuck down there every once in a while, and you just have to wait. Especially as a melee character without a DPS pet, you have to wait for them to despawn. That sucks. But all right, now we'll set up the wonderful snares. They help out quite a bit. Alright. Whoops. Ran right off the edge. Now, I do something a little different. Instead of putting the snares down here, what ends up happening is you get too much of a clog up on these stairs. So I put the snares up a little farther, pretty much like right on top of the slice and dice, and that'll just slow them once they get to these stairs. Yeah, just like that. That works better. Keeps them from getting too clogged up. So, just like that. And you have another, well, you can put another snare somewhere, or another bouncer. You can probably get rid of this bouncer, it'd probably be alright. So there's some room to manipulate this build a little bit if you want to. If you were to get rid of, let's see, if we get rid of this bouncer, I just put it there because it helps a little bit with the spiders. It bounces the spiders right into the spinner before they can do anything. So right now I've got 8 defensive units, so I think that's enough for a strength drain. If you want to just drop a strength drain over there, so you probably wouldn't even have to repair that except the aura. But yeah, it's pretty easy. But I'm going to just show you guys this so you guys can see. This is pretty easy. Let's try to get some air units here. I don't think they'll come till a little bit later. Whoa. But as you can see, these harpoons actually do pretty good. They're shooting way faster than they used to. I think they're hitting for, yeah, 35,000, which is pretty good if you factor in that they're pierce. So that's pretty cool. Another thing I thought about doing was putting slice and dice up the top of the stairs and having them shoot up the stairs, try to get more guys. But the problem with that is you have all the spiders and stuff that would just get to the harpoons and everything. But anyway, like I said, you can upgrade everything here if you want, or you can just go AFK. You don't need a guardian at all, so that's pretty nice. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about the nerf. There's a few different things changed with the last 7.16, and then they patched it to 7.1a. The main difference is, well, they add the Barbarian, which the Barbarian is kind of cool. I haven't found a real use for it yet, but I got it to 74 when it was released. Um, Power leveling was pretty darn quick, so that wasn't an issue. Huh, he didn't even really make it. He might have hit it once or twice. So yeah, they added the Barbarian. They added 3 new Assault Packs, which I can solo. Oh, there comes some Flyers. See? It one-shots them. Pretty spiffy. And they can't get to the crystal. So it's blocking the path to the crystal, and it one-shots them. So don't have to worry about that. 59,000 damage. I think they have 46,000. So go ahead and start this next wave. And as you can see, I haven't had to repair anything. I just upgraded those over there so they had a little bit more health. Not a problem. But anyway, so another big difference was they nerfed the Apprentice Towers. A very slight nerf on the speed, but mostly on damage. Health seems to have stayed the same for the most part. There is a post, I think, on it's either the patch notes tab on the forums or it's on the general, I can't remember. Someone that had a direct comparison between 7.15 and 7.16. But what it is it's not a percentage nerf, it's a percentage of the ramp scale of the attack damage. Whoops. What do we do? Oh, it looks like something that they needed to change, which they don't seem to have done yet. It was supposed to be changed was the poison ball will still sometimes hit the crystal. What it looked like happened is he threw a poison ball at one of my harpoons, which I haven't seen that happen yet, but anywho, that's not supposed to happen, but I've seen it happen a couple times now, so I'm going to stand over here so they stop shooting me. But yeah, it's on, the nerf was on a damage scale, the ramp issue, so people with lower stats aren't going to notice as big of a nerf, but those people with, say, over 1,200 or so are going to notice a higher nerf. Those with over 2,000 even more. I can still AFK this on my Apprentice with 1,500 damage and without a problem. I just sit over there with my Apprentice and buff those towers and don't have any problems. Huh. I'm getting all sorts of stuff I've never had happen before. Oh my, that takes them right out. Huh. I don't know. Here I said it was perfect and it blocked it, and I've done this about 6 times earlier today with some friends and never had a problem, and now I'm having issues. Huh. I don't know. But anyway, so you should be able to still do this, but if you're just getting into Nightmare, starting to get mythics and stuff, you might have a better option of doing both your Squire and maybe anti-air units from your Apprentice. You have enough time to switch back and forth if you need to. You could very easily do that. Take out the bumpers and put a Deadly Striker. Take them out. I'm just trying to show you how to do it without swapping. Huh. I'm still trying to figure out how I got hit. I don't know. But yeah, I've seen people do that, do Squire walls and stuff. I don't bother with walls. I use the spinners. Spinners seem to be a little bit more useful overall. I think for maps like Misty, I did it with my Squire earlier, and I used walls and everything. I did get a little bit of a problem. I had to repair quite a bit, and I think that has to do with the pathing issue of the harpoons. What's he doing over there? Oh, this guy came up from the side, I see. Let's go ahead and repair. Yeah, this is the final wave. Normally I repair between this one and the next one. Or, excuse me, 7 and 8. So, with that many ogres wailing on it and other mobs, they take some damage. But this is the first time I've had to repair, so not a big deal. Yeah, that'll work. Not too worried about it. Wow. I'm not sure what happened since I did it about 6 times earlier today, but I'm still getting hits. I might not have these quite in line here. Oh, that's what it is. I wasn't paying attention when I was recording. You want this one a little bit more to the right. And then this one, yeah. And then this one you want a little bit more to the right. Okay. Yeah, it's a little finicky, and this is just a build I threw together earlier. So I think I need to put this one just a hair more to the right. Probably right about there, so that'd be okay. Just they're getting, you know, half a second to get an attack off before that hits them, so that's not an issue for completing the map. It's just an issue if you want a power level on it, which glitter's going to be a lot better. So as you can see, these auras, they're down to about half health, so you might want to check those, but not that big of a deal. So if you guys have any other ideas, I'll probably be posting a video for Misty as well with the Squire. I completed it up to Queen again like I did on my Apprentice, so it wasn't too hard, but I'm still going to mess around with it, see, try out some slice and dice, see if that works better than the walls, and all that fun stuff. So if you guys have any other requests, let me know, and I will try to get to that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Looks like we got one mob left, and we'll be done here. So as you can see, it was pretty easy. Just make sure you take note of the location of the bumpers. That's probably the trickiest part on here. So that and that poison ball hit that, which really shouldn't happen. I haven't seen that happen before. So alright guys, well, you have a good one.